Good morning. I'm reading in Exodus chapter 28, and I want to discuss something that was once said to me and that I've heard a lot of discussion on. 28 verse 34, Exodus chapter 28 verse 34. A golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about. So it's going to have this decorative a decorative bell that keeps the bells from clanking against each other, is my thought. But they're on, let me finish it. It shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. Now, what I heard was that was so that if the bells quit ringing, that there was a rope around the ankle of the priest, and that he could be pulled out the tabernacle. And so that when it says he die not, that's what it's talking about. Well, I kind of disagree, because it says the bells are there so that he die not so that when he dies, you can take care of him. That's not what it says. Now, I also have heard, according to history, that no priest ever died when they were in the Holy of Holies. None. Now, my thought on that is, this is a man of God that believes in God. That is, he's the top. He's the Aaron, okay? And so now, obviously, this part has been done away with, but in the Old Testament, what a fool you would be to go into the presence of God and not be where you need to be if you were the one that met with the Lord. That would be foolish. So no man has ever died going into the Holy of Holies. No priest. We're talking about someone that has prepared himself. They touched the ark and they died, right? So we're talking, there's an incredible respect for this Holy of Holies. But I just wonder if perhaps the bells are there not for God, but as it says, so that he die not to remind God, oh, don't kill this guy. Somebody's coming in here. Don't kill him. I don't think that's it. I think that man has gone through, he is not in perfection, but he's as perfect as our flesh can get it for that moment. That moment, not always, that moment. He's done, the sacrifices have been made. The altar has had fire burning upon it. He's washed in the laver. He's gone through the steps to be close to God. And he puts on these very specific garments, and those bells are ringing. And every time he takes a step, he hears those bells. Every time he takes a step, he hears those bells. If he pauses and he takes a step, he hears those bells. I think the bells were to remind him of where he's going and who he's going before. I think it's to remind him that he is walking in the presence of God. And he's walking out of the presence of God. Now, liken that to today. We walk into our sanctuaries, the first thing we do is we worship. And when service is over, there's an altar call. And during that altar call, repentance, mercy, grace, mercy, and worship. I hesitate to say this. I don't want to live in such a way that I am afraid of dying because I'm not right with God. I'm thankful for the bells. I'm thankful for that small, still voice that speaks to me. We call it, if you're in the world and you're not a Christian, you call it your conscience. That is God talking to you, reminding you who you are, reminding you of what you should do and what you shouldn't. Worship. and thank Him for those reminders, the bells. Just a thought. You can have your opinion. Just a thought. Love you.